Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today is Wednesday, February 4th. It's 4:49, 4:59. I got one more minute before I need to jump into this meeting with Tasha and Alex. We're about to see what they're talking about. Yeah, not really. Yeah, not. Let's just go and do that. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay. Let's see. All right. It says, "Hi, Daddy Jackson. Someone will let me in shortly."
Hey, George.
Hello.
How are ya?
I'm good.
It's been a while.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Let me go ahead and wait on Tasha. We'll give her some minutes.
Yeah, let's give her some time.
Yeah, sounds good.
There we go. There she is, maybe.
Hey, Tasha. Can you hear us okay, Tasha? Hello?
Her
I
mic.
think I keep freezing. I'm going to leave and come back.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Is that better now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yay.
Much better.
Hopefully that works for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. I did want to make both of you aware that I am currently in the state of California, and both of you are in Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I can only tell the meeting if both of you are in Arizona. And everyone's okay with that, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had a family thing, so.
That you're in California?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, I
Yeah,
am.
yeah, you know, yeah.
Perfect.
So I'm trying to pull up the notes from the last time so that we can kind of go start where we left off. So I'm sorry, I'm eating carrots. We just got home.
Yeah, no problem.
So where we left off last time was with creating SMART goals. So I'm not sure if George, you had an opportunity to make your SMART goal, but I shared it in an email previously. I can reshare it.
Please
either
do.
in an email or in the chat.
Please do.
Something like that. Okay.
Let's go to SMART goals. SMART goals.
While you were sending those over, I did just kind of want to get like a little bit of an update as far as because I know we've had some time without meeting each other. If there was anything else that either of you wanted to share as far as the SMART goals, but maybe you had something additional that you wanted to bring to the table that perhaps we could, if we had the time to talk about it this second or the next one, just to give you the opportunity.
I don't have anything in particular, but we're having our first family court hearing tomorrow. So I'm not sure what is going to come out of that. And so at this point, I think that we should just wait until we see how that hearing goes.
Okay.
We can schedule something for next week, but
Absolutely.
let's wait and see how the hearing goes to see what will happen after that. Or what we need to plan for basically after that.
Yeah.
Because at this point, it's 100% on the judge to make the decisions of what happens moving forward. Yes, we can agree on certain things and we can propose that agreement to our attorneys. But at the end of the day, at this point now, it's solely the decision of the judge.
So I'll agree with Tasha that, yeah, we do have court tomorrow, and we should probably wait until after. However, she is incorrect about it's not solely on the judge. If we come to any type of an agreement, we just go to court tomorrow and just say that that's what we agree on, and that's that. But she's leaving it up to the judge, and I can't force her to do anything, so therefore it is up to the judge at that point. But it's not solely.
So this is a hearing that has been thoroughly prepared for by attorneys by submitting evidence and pre-trial statements and things like that. And so the hearing that we're having tomorrow is based off of all of the evidence that has been gathered from the last year. So unfortunately,
no, it's actually it's going to be for 5 years. It's going to be for 5 years.
Hold on. Let's do a ground rule that we're going to let each other speak.
Sure, go ahead.
So for tomorrow, we only have 1 hour, and it's just to present both sides, and then for the judge to make a decision from there. So there's not going to be any time for us to collaborate or propose anything at this point, because it's all like for tomorrow, it's already done. Like it's go time tomorrow. In the future, yes. But I'm specifically referring to tomorrow.
So, no problem. Well, what I said is, it still stands, but we can continue on. I got your email of the SMART goals.
Am I in that email?
Not sure.
No, I can add you though. Sorry,
Okay.
I was trying to do it quickly because I'm trying to eat as many carrots as possible. Like I'm so hungry.
No. It's okay. Just and you don't have to just start.
I'm forwarding it to you right now, so Tasha can eat.
I already did.
Okie dokie.
I got it.
No problem.
Okay. I just didn't want to add anything that's like, wait, we are already looking into this, and you're just adding.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
No.
I mean, we walked in the door 5 minutes before, and I had to like organize myself.
Bismillah.
So.
Yes, I'll agree. Let's see. Developing and applying. Natural.
Okay.
screens all day. This might be easy, you would think. There it goes.
Your thoughts are, if you
Alex, you're breaking up.
if we need any assistance with that, I mean, I have some.
I guess the only thing or about the next step is I'm not sure at this point what, like, other than scheduling something next week. So I share my SMART goal, George shares his SMART goals, but then, okay, what next? That's the part that I'm not sure about. So that's where, at least for me, I would need your expertise, because I wouldn't know which direction to go in next after we do this part.
Yeah. And I had an idea up until you stated about the court. So because if we're gonna implement, right, new SMART goals, there's a way, but again, with the hearing tomorrow and what is going to be presented, I mean, I don't know what that entails of, and I don't know what up to the judge what would be done, because that would be very helpful information, so that way we can proceed in a way that's appropriate, right, for everybody. So let me see. George, did you present your SMART goals already?
No,
Did you
I
have
don't.
those with
I don't even think I made any SMART goals. I'm looking for ones that what I did last time, and I don't have any.
So you don't have to take any of the ones that I'm gonna list at all, right? This is just like maybe for an example, or maybe, and again, you don't have to. So and it would be something about like receiving identical treatment related information, or if you want like single, let's see. It could be like within 30 days having, specific clinical needs and guide services reviewed with the client and caregivers. If you wanted to identify like 3 coping strategies by session 3, provided, I and you will all model and practice skills during the session. It could be, within 45 days demonstrating at least one coping strategy that during emotional distress, for reported situations. And again, this is not because it's directed at anyone. It's just examples of some that I've used in the past with my families. Let's see, review agreed upon strategies, and come together. Changes will be communicated within 24 hours, kind of thing. Just, so those are some of many that can happen. And again, of course, if there's court, right, and it's anything specific that would come from it, it would change or added. And so it would be adjusted based on, Ridwan or Layla, because one is older than the other. And so, but again, just examples.
Right. Okay. I'll look into that. Now, I should email you more than likely sometime before Monday or by Monday, some SMART goals that I've come up with, because tomorrow is going to be a big factor in determining what's what. That I do agree with. That I do agree with.
The one that we were talking about before had to do specifically with how do we want to interact with each other. And I believe what we left off on, or at least what I had suggested, I don't know where that email is right now, but what I had suggested to George, because he doesn't trust me, to work on trust. So for me, I'm trying to develop more effective communication strategies to work with George. And so again, and because he has a severe distrust of me, I had recommended that, because we're not going to be able to be successful in any of our therapy sessions if he doesn't trust me.
Yeah,
that's just my personal recommendation.
Hold on, 1 second.
I agree.
And that would be you working on those effective communication strategies, correct?
Yeah, those are,
Absolutely.
so it's kind of like, remember, I don't, like, because I know it was way back in like November, but So we were talking about how can we make these meetings more productive and looking at ourselves individually first, so that when we do come together, our meetings are effective in moving forward, right? Because everyone has the same goal. It's just there are barriers to reaching that goal. And so in overcoming those barriers, I have to really honestly look at myself and say, okay, what is really the struggle here? And then that's what my piece is that I'm going to work on, because we have to work through this individually first, and then we have to start looking at, okay, once I have identified the issues and fixed the issues in myself, now how am I going to come to the rest of the group and participate in this new version of
I'm not sure if I have a bad connection or something like that. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm gonna say no then. Okay.
And being able to, we can hear
yeah.
you.
Oh,
But
okay.
you're frozen on my end.
Okay.
Yeah, mine too.
Mine?
But I can hear you.
Oh,
I
okay.
can hear you now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you're unfrozen now.
Okay.
Sorry, Alex was talking. Sorry, Alex, can you repeat what you said since he was frozen?
As you know, as a parent, I do believe that that's a very effective approach, or a very, because in order to be able to work together as a unit, or as a family. Hello? Dorothy.
Yeah.
He's back now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Did you hear So I was just asking you what your thoughts were on that.
Well, I mean, I think that she's right. I do have, I have zero trust in her. I don't agree that we're working for the same goal. However, I do believe that we have to establish trust so that we could be more effective in these meetings for sure. That I will agree. And I do think that it's both, but I do believe that it's both uh, inner and outward, as far as, I have to prepare myself to trust her so that I can receive whatever it is that she's doing in a manner that is truthful and apply it to what I believe the goal is, or what she's stating that the goal is, so that I can have I can see, because as of this moment, it's very I'm showing up to get information so that I can understand if I'm right or wrong. If I'm right where I shouldn't trust her, am I wrong in that area? Like, we got to get this taken care of.
So I just want to clarify. So just to set things straight, the goal is that we want to be able to do this for the kids, right?
Yeah,
so that
of course.
If the reunification is going to be done, that's the goal, right? And so
Reunification?
On both sides, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what we're all saying, right? We're all saying.
I mean, but we can't know if we're going to get there if we don't get there, and so we
That's
have
true.
to say them out loud.
No, that's true. That's true. So what I'm saying is that my goal is reunification only. So if Tasha's goal is reunification plus some other stuff, then we don't have the same goal. Because again, mine is just reunification. I don't care about her. I only care about the kids. But if hers is reunification plus things, then I don't know those plus things, and that's the reason why it's not looking like we have the same goal, right? So I'm here for reunification.
it can't look that way if it hasn't been established. Tasha, do you have additional goals, or I mean, are we all on the same page?
So I think that what the confusion is that we have the same goal. So one, what I hear George saying is that he wants to see the action of that. I think that's number one.
Yeah.
But also that the confusion is just that we do have the same goal. It's the objectives. It's how do we get there. And so everyone needs to participate in therapy. Everyone has to learn what healthy respect and healthy boundaries, because the kids and I have been in therapy for the last 5 years. And so we have learned all of these things and exactly what they mean and how they apply. But
right. So
if
then
there's one person in the family who does not understand what that is, then we're always going to have dysfunction and an unhealthy family environment. And so that's where the disagreement is, because George wants immediate reunification.
I mean, I would like.
There's a process.
I would like immediate reunification, but that's not my goal. Okay, so my goal is reunification. Like I said, that's it. One sentence, one statement, one line. So if it, so my objective is only to have that completed. However, I need to honestly know what and why there's a hang up on that. Okay. So that's where the confusion for me is a lot. Now, when you do present a what is the issue, then the second part kicks in and it becomes a why. Now, why is this an issue? Because this should not make a factor. And then we have the problems, right? Then we have, because like like Tasha said, so far she is with reunification. Perfect. So am I. I agree with that. We're on the same page. Okay. My slate over here is very clean, very simple, very sweet. I'm ready. Let me come get the kids. No. Okay, so there's a holdup. Perfect. What's the holdup? The holdup is that I want to have therapy, right? I want everybody to be in therapy. Okay, I don't want that. So my question is why? Her response is because we all need to be on the same page with understanding what boundaries are and such and such and such. So then my question would be why? The reason why I'm asking why is because I don't agree with the therapy. I don't agree with the reason why. So now I'm questioning the why. Because if we can understand that that is a part that's not needed, then the what goes away, and then we're still on the same page for the reunification. So this is why I'm here. Okay. Now the trust factor has nothing to do with what I just said. The trust factor has everything to do with what I've witnessed over the time. Okay. Because that's where that's coming from, not exactly these meetings here. These meetings are simply to establish trust. I'm coming here in good faith. I'm listening. I'm participating. I'm trying to understand what's going on in its detail so that I can establish everything that needs to be there so that we can move forward.
Tasha, if I can chime in just really quickly, I know if you want to answer his question, but so from what I was assuming is that the meetings are not just for establishing trust, is again the goal, reunification. You did state, George, that it's just reunification, right? But then also stated in that same sentence that you just want to go get them and that's it. And so I think that, and correct me, Tasha, again if I'm wrong, because I don't, and I haven't let you speak, so I do apologize. But is it not for the kids? And so if the kids do want to establish healthy boundaries, if the kids want everyone, including mom, including dad, to participate in some kind of therapy or some form of something to get to that point, should it not be done? One, and two, I mean, reunification is a process. Going and grabbing the kids or getting the kids is not called reunification. It's just going and giving you, George, what it is that you are asking. And so I don't think, and I don't think this is about one side or the other. I think at the end of the day, the goal is, like you mentioned, the reunification for the kids.
Right. So I agree with that. Okay. But again, it goes to the what, right? What are we in therapy
Yeah,
for?
so,
No, hold on. My question to you, very simply, is what are we in therapy for? Reunification basis, right? Reunification wise, what are we in therapy for, Alex?
so if you
Just
read
make it
through
just make it
the
simple. Just make it
record.
simple. Just
No,
make
I
it
don't have to
simple.
make it simple because you gave me a very long, you spoke for a very long time, so now I can answer that question in a very long way as well. So if you look at the records, right,
Yeah,
if you have access to the records,
I do.
you can see why it is that the kids are, receiving specific services. And so if there needs to be therapy, it's because there's an obvious reason why there hasn't been reunification. Maybe the courts, had deemed some kind of
They did not.
any kind of order. There's a reason why there has been an order. There's a reason why there was
Right.
supervised visits. There's a reason, and so for that reason, that is the reason why there has to be therapy, because it wouldn't be for any reason that that was in place.
I'm talking about
And so
I'm
now,
talking about right now, Alex.
okay,
You
but you were talking about with Tasha about not having trust in her from back then. What
no,
we're talking about right
no,
now.
no, no,
No,
no.
you did mention that.
I mentioned
Um,
it. I mentioned it. Hold on, Alex. I mentioned it.
mhm.
Okay. But my question was not about that. If you were listening to what I said me and Tasha are on the same
I'm
page.
answering your question.
Me and
It's
Tasha are on
about
this.
therapy.
Me and
You're asking
Tasha,
about therapy.
and we're talking about reunification. So reunification has nothing to do
So
about,
which one are we talking about?
huh?
Therapy or unification? So
Therapy,
which one are we talking about? You're
therapeutic
back and forth.
reunification. We're talking about
Mm-hmm.
reunification. So right now, me and Tasha are on the same page. We want to reunify. That's what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that we're talking about moving forward is only about that. I'm not going to talk about yesterday unless I specifically say that, and that's the question.
But you did.
Yeah,
You
but
did
what
state that you have specific trust issues based off of things in the past.
this is
And I didn't know
correct.
anything about the past.
I
You're the one
know,
that brought it
but if
up.
you read the
So now
records,
I'm
because
also
you have the
confused.
records. But my question to you that I specifically asked you, I said me and Tasha are on the same page, and I then
That's not a
said,
question.
I then said, we need therapy, right, for reunification. My question to
You
you
did
is,
not say that.
I did.
You said why.
Yeah,
No, you
no,
didn't
and
understand it. You're stating that you don't understand why there needs to be anything
that is
of any
correct.
kids
So
except
then
for
my
you
question to
going and
you,
grabbing them.
Alex, is why do we need therapy right now for reunification?
Because that's what's going to get you to reunification. In
Gage?
order for everybody in the unit, not just yourself, not just Tasha, every single person, something has to be done other than just picking a side. So it's not going to be just, oh well, Tasha, if it were, I'm not sure what Tasha's exact thoughts are, but if it were to be her and she stated, let's say, oh well, I don't want to do any of that, let's not even have these meetings with George, I
Okay.
don't want reunification, and you stated I do, I just want to go grab them, that's at this point, we're back and forth, that's picking a side. But
Yeah.
if the goal is reunification, it shouldn't matter how you get there, you're going to get there, you're going to get your children, you're going to get the children, you're going to see the children. If everybody feels more comfortable being able to be united, feeling safe, having boundaries, feeling that there can be something work towards that reunification, that is what this entails of. That is what these meetings are about. It's not just about trust, it's about that reunification and the process of how you're going to get there.
Yes, I agree. But again, the question is, I understand that we're doing therapy for reunification. My question is, why are we doing, like, what is the reason, right? The actual reason for therapy, right? What are the kids saying? What are they not saying? What is the issue that's causing them to have a problem? That has always been the issue. So my question,
Feel emotionally safe. Or Tasha, if you want to answer this question.
yeah, go ahead. It, I'm listening. That helps us move forward so we can pinpoint the actual problem.
It is because you hit Layla with a belt repeatedly to the point that she had severe bruising, and there was the outline of the metal part of the belt buckle
Okay.
visible clearly on her body.
Okay. So you're so you're talking about 2019 or 2020, I believe, 2019, when I hit Layla with the belt. Okay. I left a mark, and there was a restraining order placed on me for a year. I served that, and I got Layla back, and I had Layla for 2 years, 2 years with zero issues, okay, growth and all. And you're telling me that after she was taken again from me, okay, with no issues, mind you, she now remembers and she's having trauma off of the 3 years prior incident, the only incident in her life where something like that occurred. That's what you're telling me.
That situation arose from Ridwan reporting to the school psychologist that you had allegedly choked him.
Right.
And so a court order was issued
That
for
was
me to take custody of Layla.
Yeah, so you requested a court. No, so okay, so Redwan goes to the counselor, says that I choked him. You rush out, you get a restraining order on Redwan. Okay, you tried to get Layla on the restraining order, but they denied you multiple times. Then you revamped it and you got custody to have her with you, but not a restraining order, and then you removed her. So again, so you're saying to me that when Layla was taken at that time, okay, with zero issues, she then started to become triggered um, over an issue that occurred years prior. That's what you're saying in a nutshell, correct? That's what we're going to be talking about in therapy in order to regain trust me with the kids and all of this stuff, correct? I just want to be clear.
That is not correct.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to refer you to the ECR online, where all of the entire history of our court case is very heavily documented. And so I encourage you to, again, go back through and read.
Read what?
All of the evidence and all of the court orders in order to try to gain an understanding of exactly what has happened the last 5 years. Because, George, I do understand very well that you don't really understand.
Well, I will say that
What?
I'm sorry?
Oh, I said what has happened.
Gotcha. That is why I'm asking you, right? Because we're about to go to therapy for family, okay? And the reason for we're going to therapy for family is due to is for reunification. The reason why we're going to reunification therapy for the family is so that the family can become on the same page. Now, I am very aware of what happened with the children, okay? Now, I'm finding it very strange and odd of certain things after they were taken, Layla and Ridwan. However, that's no here nor there. Moving into the therapy, okay, I'm assuming, okay, that they have trauma based on the events that you just said. Is that correct?
At this point, I'm going to defer you to your attorney.
Gotcha. No problem. Okay, let's continue.
I did want to, and just to chime in a bit. So for that
Yeah.
therapy, what I had staffed, with my supervisor was to do something that would be emotionally safe and developmentally appropriate, right? Something sustainable. So that would be meaning to introduce contact at some point without the therapeutic support, and in order to get there, it would be, to decrease the distress, anxiety, emotional dysregulation. Again,
What do you mean, Alex?
as Tasha stated, hold on. So as Tasha stated, referring back to, looking at the documentation, I don't know what entails of all of that, but just from that emotional overwhelming, supporting the child's voice in a safe and nurturing environment, being able to establish and practice those healthy boundaries between the parents, and then between the parents and the child. And then, like you mentioned, repairing that trust. And so the therapy would be for that, to be able to repair that trust, the attachment ruptures, right, that have been in place. And then at the end of the day, coaching parents and developing appropriate responses and expectations.
Thank you, Alex.
Of course.
Alex, when have you placed in that referral?
So I placed in that referral back in November, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have not looked back into the referral location that I had set in. I know that I did take a pause and looking
Hmm.
because we had this conversation, not this exact conversation, but this before about you questioning the therapy. And so I just want to make sure that if it's put in place, if I check on it and it's picked up,
Yeah,
are you willing to do the therapy?
of course, of course.
Okay, perfect. So then I will go ahead and I will check back on it and I will make sure that they have an answer for you by Friday at the end of the day.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
And Alex, I will say this. Um, my attorney has proposed that we do not continue with family therapy,
Okay.
and the substitution proposal is that first George needs to attend therapy on his own and then
Is
come together with us in the future.
Hmm.
okay.
So
Hmm.
Go
I'm
ahead.
not,
Sorry.
yeah, so let's definitely just wait until after
Court.
tomorrow
Is
and
that
we
what? Okay.
see.
So that's
Absolutely,
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
absolutely not, Alex. Until the judge confirms and says that this is the way that we're going, we are still under
Yeah.
orders from previous. So please, Alex, refer back to whoever you need to, put things in place, and if the judge disagrees, we will tell you to cancel. But do not put anything
Yeah.
on hold just
So hold on.
because she's asking.
Hold on. So I'm not doing what she's asking. It's been on hold, first of all. And
No, no,
second of all,
I'm saying you said that you
it,
were going to look into it, and
yeah,
she.
yeah, but it's already, yeah, yeah, 1 second.
Mhm.
So I'm going to look into it. What time is the court? Because right now I wouldn't be able to do anything. Everything is closed.
Oh
It's
yeah,
already
that's fine.
5:30.
Yeah,
So I would have
we
to do it
understand.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we understand.
So if it is tomorrow and court is tomorrow, I just want to know what time. So I mean, if there's a so that way, if court's in the morning, I mean, I'm going to do it in the
Oh
morning
no, this will be a
regardless.
Friday
So
thing for you. Yeah, this will
a
be a Friday
Friday
thing.
thing.
Yeah, this will be a Friday
Okay.
thing for you because of how late court will probably end. Once we get word, by
Okay.
the time we reach out to you, it'll still be a Friday thing for you.
Okay. Okay. So then I will.
And
I mean, I'll still, I'll look at it, but we'll give me by what you're stating. That means that because I will be putting it or looking to it for tomorrow. It'll
Yeah,
be a Friday thing. Okay.
yeah.
Just confirming.
yes, and I think that there was some confusion. I think that George thought that I meant put it off indefinitely, and no, it was we have court tomorrow afternoon.
Hmm.
We will have some kind of something from the judge
Hmm.
ordering something,
Hmm.
and then we can let Alex know in the evening time, and then she can act based off of the whatever comes out then. More may come out, yes,
Hmm.
but let's see immediately what the judge says. So I'm sorry, but you were misunderstanding what I was referring to when I was speaking about, just wait a little bit. Don't jump on it first thing in the morning, because that's a lot of Alex's wasted effort when she has a huge caseload.
Right.
So to save Alex, let's let her wait until Friday morning. And so then that way we can make a better, more informed decision about how to move forward.
Yeah. I would like and again, I know it's not what I like, but I would suggest. Hold on. I
That's
would
fine.
recommend that yeah. So just because I do, if are you? I mean, when the court hearing happens, is that something that both of you will have answers for me right after?
Um, I mean,
Time.
yes and no. I mean, of course, they're
Yeah.
the courts.
Okay.
They're going to tell you X, Y, and Z, and then our
Yeah.
our attorneys are going to more than likely reach out to us the next day with the
Okay.
minutes, right?
Okay.
But we will know. We'll know, obviously, because we'll be there. What's what?
Uh-huh.
So we'll be able to reach
Okay.
out to you on Thursday or
Okay.
Friday. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect then. Yeah. Then that way I can go ahead and continue and do. Yeah. Perfect. So then, do we want to leave it at that for now, and then or are there additional concerns that we had, additional comments, additional questions?
Let's go ahead and schedule the next 1.
Yes,
And then
you can
let's
do next
set
week.
and then let's set an agenda item.
Can you both do, let's see.
Yep.
So can you both do Wednesday at 5?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So then let me just move this on over and send it now. That way you have it for your records. Perfect. So I went ahead and I just sent it over.
Okay.
Oh yeah, perfect. I have that sent in there for you. And let me know if both of you received it.
We're looking at the 11th, correct?
Yes, correct.
Outstanding.
And Alex, the best interest attorney may interview you, so
Okay.
just be on the lookout. And I already sent the communication both ways, so everybody can know each other and freely talk to each other.
Okay, sounds good.
So yeah, whenever she reaches out to you, that's because there's clearance.
Okay. And George, do you have anyone that would be reaching out to me?
No.
Okay.
I mean, my attorney if need be, but
Okay.
we haven't gotten there yet. It's just the BIA
Okay.
who
Okay.
stated that. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. And just if it does, just go ahead and share my contact info.
Yeah, I did already. I had to provide a list. Yeah, I had to provide a list of providers for all of the healthcare team for the kids. So, I sent that to her, and your phone number and your email is on there.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, because as soon as I sign the ROI, I forward a copy to her, and then Cassandra told me that she would begin processing the request immediately. So,
Yeah.
because she has to move quick because she was just assigned last week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for that information. I'll go ahead and
Yeah, and things are moving really quickly. So, I'm gonna also ask if you can also send Alex stuff, because
What do you mean stuff? Stuff like what?
any of the court orders or anything
Court,
from your attorneys. Yeah,
court,
that Open Hearts needs.
what? I'm confused. So, Alex. So yeah. So you want
Yes.
me? Yeah. No. I'm just trying to follow what Tasha is saying. I thought. Are you Tasha? Are you asking me to send things to Alex or Cassandra? I mean, Claudia.
To Alex.
Okay, open heart. So, so what type of court stuff does open heart need from us? To my knowledge, they have everything that they need, which is who has power and what we can do amongst the kids. Everything else is kind of private, and it's not pertaining to the kids per se. What might that be?
The court orders.
The court orders. You mean like the temporary orders throughout the years and stuff like that?
The one that's coming tomorrow, and then any additional ones in the future.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, tomorrow, I don't have that yet. So when tomorrow comes, rest assured, I'm going to send that to everybody that I know that the kids are a part of. Absolutely.
So I'm asking you for your assistance in making sure that Alex receives the court orders, and so it doesn't solely fall on my responsibility.
Not a problem. Yeah, not a problem. The moment that I get them, I will forward them to Alex for sure, and I will forward them to Cassandra for sure.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Cassandra doesn't need a copy.
She works in records. Okay, but yes, Open Heart will get what they need from me the moment that I get it.
But her position
Perfect,
is that
Tasha.
she just
Perfect.
sends records. She doesn't need a copy of the order.
Alex.
Alex uploads it to their system, and then everyone that needs access has access to that
Alex.
there.
Alex,
Yes.
can you confirm
Yes.
that
So
Cassandra?
right now you're
I'm
breaking
speaking.
one of my.
I'm
No, you
I'm
were
act-
interrupting me,
Sure,
and you're
no
breaking
problem.
one of the meeting norms,
No problem.
and you're also disrespecting my boundaries.
No problem.
So,
Please continue.
Yes. So that's how the open hearts system works, is that we send the court order to the case manager. There's a process.
Gotcha.
So the process is we send the court order to the case manager, and then the case manager uploads it to the kid's file.
Mm-hmm.
And then anyone who needs to access that information has access to it. So you don't need to email anyone other than Alex.
Got it. Alex, Cassandra works in records, and if I email you and Cassandra, is that a problem?
There shouldn't be, but she would just refer them back to me. She wouldn't.
Okay,
she wouldn't
perfect.
do anything with them.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you.
Of course. Any other questions?
Oh, that's it. So for the agenda item for next week, we can pick up on the SMART goals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the SMART goal, we need to focus on one.
One? Which one in particular?
Well, that's your choice.
Oh.
So this is our
okay.
this is our individual goal. So the one that I have is neutral, effective communication, and then you have to choose what yours is. So this is how we work together. This is how do you want to show up in these meetings in order to work with me?
Gotcha. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 6. So you're saying that out of the 6, you're only choosing one that you want to focus on?
So they're not 6. It's
Okay.
the components of a SMART goal.
Oh, I see. You're
So-
breaking them apart in components. Gotcha. Understood.
Yeah, so I would encourage you to maybe watch a YouTube video about how to create a SMART goal.
Listen, I don't need that I don't need that kind of conversation. Okay. I don't need your assistance. I don't need your assistance trying to tell me what you believe that I possibly should do. If I told you I just got it and I understand, let's continue on with the conversation.
So I'm sorry if you feel that that comment was offensive
It
or
was.
attacking
It's
you,
not.
but
It wasn't that I feel. It was. Let's just continue and move past. Thank you.
So the way that you create a SMART goal, because that's not what this session is for. So again, you have specific things that you need to add to it to make it realistic. And then what you're supposed to do is take all component and then create a goal. So that was the part that is actually missing on mine. So do you see where it says Tasha's goal and then there's 2 colons and then it's blank? That's because I still need to write the paragraph or the sentence that is what the goal is. The components of it just help you to make the goal achievable and realistic and all of these things.
Gotcha.
Are there any other questions?
I don't think so.
I think that's it.
Just to be clear, IV is not with you, Open Heart, any longer. Is that correct?
Wait, what was that?
IV Ridwan. He's not.
Ridwan is not, but to my understanding, he is.
Okay. He's still doing. Okay. I've just been trying to get his records from Cassandra, and about a week passed. I'm gonna call her tomorrow. So, okay.
George, the records can take 2 to 3 weeks
I
because
normally
they
get
have
mine.
to go through.
Thank you.
Can you please stop interrupting me?
If I don't need that from you. But thank you for your assistance in that. Okay, just thank you. I will take care of this matter on my own, but I appreciate it.
All right, well, if there's no other questions, we will conclude the meeting here. And then I did send out that email in the Outlook. And if you could just keep me updated on the court hearing.
Absolutely. You'll probably get it after hours, just so you know. Um,
Oh, that's fine.
yeah, yeah, you'll get it after hours more than likely. All right then.
Thank
Well,
you so much.
no, ladies. Thank you. All right. You
Have a
guys
good
take care.
day.
You too. Bye bye.
Listen, Layla, Redwan, I'm trying. I really am trying to work with mom, but I don't trust her at all. Um, and Daddy isn't a man who takes kindly to people who um, belittle him. Um, After all that I've gone through, mom is also the same way. You know, mom is very a very prideful woman. She has multiple degrees, with higher education. She has some experience in certain fields and areas, and she's proud. And she'll throw that at you. Uh, and she likes to, inform people, tell people what it is that needs to be done, or the process of something that she's not even a process of. She's always been like that. Um, Mom is used to daddy being very passive, meaning that yes, ma'am, I just agree with her and move on. I listen to her, and I just basically am listening to find out what my next orders will be, and then I just do those things. I'm not that man anymore, and mom is having a very difficult time with that because that's what she's used to, and that's what she's extremely comfortable with when it comes to me and pretty much everyone else in her life that is close. Uh, I am someone who will listen. I will listen. But if I don't agree, I will state that position. And typically, I will only state it once. And I will refer you back to my previous statement and move on. And and I don't deal with feelings, and mom does, and she tries to make everyone else deal with feelings, where she's like, I'm sorry you feel that way. No, I don't feel that way. That is the way that it actually is. That was disrespectful, and that was rude. And I don't take kindly to disrespect nor rudeness. Normally, Daddy just leaves. Daddy will leave the arena or the situation that is disrespectful, that is rude, because I don't like it. But if Daddy, in this situation, is forced to be there, and there's no way out for me, then I will defend myself when I am given rudeness or disrespect. And yeah, I'm not. I don't get trampled on anymore. And I just that's just not me. I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that it's justice. And to be honest, mommy is the only person that I interact with that does that to me, or even around me. Because if someone is doing that to someone else, even if I don't know that someone else, I will still stand up for that third party member and tell the person that's next to me, yeah, that's not cool, especially if I know that person. Um, What's funny is that's one of the reasons why my friends love me, because no matter what, they always know where I am. They always know where I stand. They always know my position, and they respect whatever I say, even if they don't agree with it. Mommy, on the other hand, not that case. Um, yeah, it's gonna be a journey uphill on ice skates, you know, and on ice with mommy. But I'm willing to take it if it's considered to be reunification. Uh, I'm just not willing to be played around and toyed with. This is the reason why Daddy was trying to get directly to the point. Okay, we're doing therapy. What is it about? What is it for? Okay. If therapy is needed, there has to be an issue for therapy. Nobody goes to therapy just to have fun, just to talk things out, just to, nobody does that. There's a problem that they believe that they can't handle on their own, so they get someone else to assist them with it. I want to know what that problem is. And like I said, mommy said, hey, you spank Layla. No problem. Yeah, it's 2026. I spanked her in 2019. Why is she still having issues with that? 1 year passed from that issue. That wasn't addressed. 3 years after that, she was taken back. So I'm confused. I'm confused. Yeah, I'm confused. So, and then why are we just now addressing these things if they've been such an issue this whole time? It's just a load of BS to me. I don't believe it, and I'm trying to believe it. I'm trying to believe that my daughter is so distraught over an incident that happened once in her entire life. Okay? That has caused her not to want to see her father any longer and act this way. Even after she got hit by a car and said, that whooping that you gave me a year ago is not like getting hit by a car. I ran out in the streets back then. You pulled me aside. You spanked me. I ran out in the streets a year later. You don't pull me out and I get hit by a car. I would prefer the whooping. My daughter telling me that as I'm wiping off the dirt from her from falling on the concrete refutes everything that mommy is saying. Everything. So forgive me when when I think back in the history of interactions between me and my children, and the math ain't mathin'. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, and in IV, you saying that I choked you out to your counselor, and then we do 101s. Well, I shouldn't say 101s because it wasn't supposed to be 101s. It was supposed to be with me, you, and Layla as well at the facility for what is it called? The facility. Let's just the parenting. No, not parenting. The think brain. Supervised visitations, right? So when we were interacting with the supervised visitations, that was after this alleged I choked you, and you came in smiling and yelling. You brought me gifts. You received gifts. We laughed. We played games. We talked. You hugged and kissed me in the beginning. You hugged and kissed me in the end. And every week when you were leaving, you told me that you can't wait for next week because you enjoy seeing me. And every Tuesday and Thursday, like clockwork, at 7 p.m., you and I would have a conversation on the phone until mom told you that your time was up with me for an hour. Hang up the phone. And you smiled the entire time. Sometimes you did have problems at school that you wanted to talk to me and address. But that's okay. It had nothing to do with daddy. So to go from those memories and those statements that outshine and outlast one event for each of you doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. So tomorrow is court. Me and mommy will be next to each other. I will not speak because I'm going to have my attorney do that for me. That's why I'm going into a massive amount of debt for it. But yeah, I
I want to say this. As of last year, I no longer hate mommy. Okay? I want to make that very clear. I pity her, but I don't hate her. And that may sound bad too, but it's way better than hate, guys. If you ever find yourself in a position where you believe that you are hating someone, hate is a strong word. Hate is a strong word. I thought I hated people, and then this situation popped up, and then I realized that that wasn't hate. That was just extreme dislike. But what I fell into with mommy was most definitely hate. I worked on that. I was able to remove that. And, I pity her, But I'm sad for you guys, okay? Because in the future, in many years, you will be reviewing all of this, God willing. And you will need to understand some things. Yeah, I love you very much. I do.